Let's dive straight in. If you're learning English, you've probably felt it, right? That constant translating in your head before you actually speak, it really slows you down, doesn't it? And, well, sometimes what comes out just sounds off. Like saying, I have cold, instead of, I am cold.
Yeah, it's fascinating, that reliance on translation. It really acts like a bottleneck. You know, your brain's doing double duty, juggling two languages.
Exactly. Loads of processing power and time wasted.
Right.
So that's our focus today. In this deep dive, we're going to unpack some really practical ways to train your brain. Train it to think directly in English.
Like a native speaker does.
Yeah, no more getting tangled up in translation.
And the benefits are, well, they're pretty significant when you think about it. Thinking directly in English means you process what you hear instantly.
Right, no mental detour.
Which obviously sharpens up your listening skills. Plus, it frees up brain space, so speaking feels, smoother.
And writing too, I bet.
Oh, definitely. Your writing flows better because you're pulling words and structures straight from English, not translating them.
Just imagine that feeling.
Yeah.
Responding instantly in a conversation. No more awkward pauses while your brain scrambles for the translation.
It leads to much more fluid, authentic interactions, more confidence, too.
Absolutely. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, but why is this shift, this thinking directly in English, so fundamental for real fluency, for deep understanding?
Well, that touches on something really key about language acquisition. See, constant translation creates this filter.
A filter.
Yeah, between you and the actual meaning in English. It often misses the subtleties, the idioms, the natural rhythm of how English speakers actually think and phrase things.
Okay, I get that. It's like looking at a painting through sunglasses. You see the shapes, but not the true colors.
Exactly that. You miss the nuance.
Okay, let's dig a bit deeper then. What are some of those common traps, the mistakes learners often make that actually stop them from thinking in English?
Well, the big one right at the top is just leaning too heavily on translation. It makes sense at the start, obviously. But doing it all the time, it becomes a crutch. Like training wheels on a bike.
Ah, okay. You never learn to balance on your own.
Precisely. Your brain just gets used to that extra step. It doesn't learn to build sentences directly in English.
Right, it doesn't forge those direct pathways if it's always taking the scenic route through your native language. Makes sense. What's another common hurdle?
Another really big one is getting too hung up on grammar. On perfect grammar, while you're just trying to think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, learners often try to construct these flawless sentences in their heads first, like, perfect, before they even dare to speak. And that internal editor, it just grinds everything to a halt.
Huh. It's like trying to proofread a draft before you've even written the first sentence.
Exactly.
And let's be honest, even native speakers aren't perfect, right?
Yeah.
We make little slips, we correct ourselves.
All the time. That quest for absolute perfection in every single thought is, well, it's really inhibiting. It stops that natural flow, that experimentation you need for fluency.
Okay, so too much translation, aiming for grammatical perfection in your thoughts. What's mistake number 3?
Fear. Just the plain fear of making mistakes. It looms pretty large for a lot of people. They get so worried about saying something wrong, they just freeze. They don't even try to think or speak in English.
It's like being too scared of tripping to even take a step forward. But mistakes are they're part of the deal, aren't they? You can't avoid them when you're learning.
Absolutely not. Fluency isn't about 0 errors. It's about getting your message across, even with a few bumps. And the more you practice thinking in English, the more natural it gets.
And fewer mistakes over time, presumably.
Right. It's a positive cycle. You practice, you improve, you make fewer mistakes, you feel more confident, you practice more.
Got it. And the 4th mistake, what's the last big one holding people back?
It's often about the environment. Just not surrounding yourself enough with English in daily life.
Lack of immersion.
Exactly. If English is only for, say, your weekly class, but everything else, your phone, your music, your thoughts, is in your native language, your brain just defaults back. It goes to what's familiar.
That totally makes sense. It's like trying to learn to swim by only dipping your toes in once a week.
Right. You need that constant exposure, not just formal study time, but weaving it into your downtime, too.
Yeah.
Using English just for lessons isn't quite enough to flip that mental switch.
Just needs to be more automatic.
Yeah. Little things help. English music, videos, even just sticking English labels on things around the house, it subtly shifts your brain's default language.
Okay, so let's quickly recap those mistakes. 1, relying too much on translation. 2, getting stuck on perfect grammar in your head. 3, being afraid to make mistakes. And 4, Not enough English immersion day to day.
Recognizing those is definitely the first step.
So now for the good part. What can people actually do? What are some solid steps, some strategies to actively train the brain to think in English?
Okay, let's get practical. Step 1 sounds almost too simple, but it works. Consciously name things around you in English.
Just name them.
Yeah. Table, window, keyboard, cup, whatever's there. It feels basic, I know, but doing it deliberately starts building those direct links in your brain. Object straight to English word. No detour.
I like that. It's very low stakes, a gentle start. And you said take it a step further.
Yes. Once just naming feels okay, start describing simple actions with those objects. So not just cup, but maybe think, I am holding my cup, or I am drinking coffee from my cup.
Ah, so you're connecting the words to actions, building tiny sentences.
Exactly. Linking vocabulary to everyday stuff, building practical little thought structures.
Brilliant. Little pockets of English thought. Okay, what's step 2?
Step 2, talk to yourself. In English.
Out loud or just in your head?
Either or both. I know it might feel a bit weird at first.
Yeah, a little.
But it's so effective. You can do it anywhere. Cooking, getting dressed, walking. Just narrate what you're doing. Simple stuff. Okay, putting on my shoes now. Sky looks gray.
The beauty of that is zero pressure. Right? It's just you. Mistakes don't matter one bit.
Not at all. And it helps you get comfortable forming English sentences inside your head without feeling self-conscious like you might with another person.
Okay, makes sense. Step 3.
Step 3 uses a key tool, an English to English dictionary.
Yes. Instead of the translation dictionary most people reach for.
Right, because when you always use an English to English one, you force your brain to stay inside the English system. Look up, say excited, you see the definition. Feeling very happy and eager.
So you're linking English words to other English words and concepts.
Exactly. Building the connections within English, not constantly building a bridge back to your native language.
That's a powerful shift. Okay, next step. Step 4.
Step 4 is about starting simple. Think in simple sentences first.
Not jumping into complex thoughts straight away.
Exactly. Learners often try that and it gets overwhelming fast. Then they just snap back to their native language because it's easier.
Right, it's like trying to run a marathon before you can jog around the block. So what's the advice?
Start small, basic thoughts. Instead of a complex sentence like, I believe I should probably go to the supermarket this afternoon as we seem to be running low on fresh vegetables for the evening meal. Just start with, need vegetables, or go to store later.
Okay.
As you get comfortable with those short, simple structures, your thoughts will naturally get longer and more complex.
Build it up gradually, brick by brick. I like it. What's step 5?
Step 5 is actively develop an English inner voice.
An inner voice.
Yeah, consciously try to do your internal monologue, your planning, your self-reflection in English.
So deliberately switching that little voice inside your head from your native language to English. How does that work practically?
Well, if you're planning your day mentally, try it in English. Okay, first, coffee, then check email. Or ask yourself simple questions. How do I feel today? What should I wear? It's about consciously choosing English as the language for your internal world. Your thoughts, your reflections.
It's like becoming the English-speaking narrator of your own life. Okay, and the final step in this set of strategies, step 6.
Step 6 really reinforces all the others. Immerse yourself. Surround yourself with English as much as possible.
Back to immersion.
Yes.
That's right.
The more you hear it, read it, use it, podcasts like this, videos, books, articles, maybe chatting with people, the more your brain naturally starts to default to thinking in English.
You're creating an environment where English is just there, available, easy for the brain to grab.
Exactly.
Okay, let's quickly run through those 6 strategies again. 1, name things around you in English. 2, talk to yourself in English. 3, use an English to English dictionary. 4, think in simple sentences first. 5, cultivate an English inner voice. And 6, surround yourself with English.
Those are all concrete things people can start doing.
Right, tangible actions. Now, to make these really stick, to make them habits, we need daily practice, right? Let's talk specific exercises.
Absolutely. Consistency is key. So let's move into some daily exercises to build that habit.
Perfect. What's the first daily exercise you'd suggest?
Start and end your day with English thoughts, consciously.
Okay.
So when you wake up, maybe before you even get out of bed, try mentally mapping out your day in English. Simple stuff. Okay, it's Monday, meeting at 10, lunch with Sarah.
Setting your brain to English mode right from the get-go.
Exactly. And then at the other end of the day, before you sleep, take a few moments. Review your day. Again, in English. What did I do today? Did I enjoy that meeting? What do I learn?
That's neat. Bracketing the day with English thinking. What's the next daily exercise?
This one's a challenge, but powerful. Set aside a specific time block each day. Maybe start with 30 minutes for a strict no translation rule.
Ooh, okay. So for that half hour, only English thoughts.
Only English thoughts. And if you hit a word you don't know, resist. Resist translating it in your head. Try to figure it out from context, or think about how you could describe it using other English words you do know.
Wow, that sounds tough, but really effective for breaking that translation habit. Okay, exercise 3M.
Make a point of talking to yourself out loud in English for a few minutes daily.
Building on the earlier self-talk idea, but actually saying it.
Yes, vocalizing it makes it more concrete somehow, helps solidify those pathways. Just describe what you're doing, seeing, feeling. Okay, I'm making tea now. It smells good. I think I'll drink it while I read.
Turning the internal monologue into an audible English stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Got it. 4th, daily practice.
Use English thinking during simple routine activities, like when you're cooking, driving, exercising, tidying up, whatever. Weave English thoughts into those mundane tasks. Chopping vegetables. Think chopping carrots now. Need the onion next. Out for a walk. Weather's nice today. Sky is blue. Feeling relaxed.
Making English the background soundtrack to everyday life. Even the boring bits.
Pretty much. And the final daily exercise, number 5. Keep a simple English journal.
Writing things down.
Yeah. Your thoughts, what happened during the day, maybe some goals. Just jot it down in English. And crucially, don't obsess over perfect grammar here. The goal is expression. Getting comfortable putting your inner world into English words on paper.
That sounds like a great way to see progress over time, too.
Heh.
Okay, quick recap of the daily 5. 1. Start and end the day with English thoughts. 2. Have a no translation period. 3. Talk to yourself out loud in English. 4. Think in English during simple tasks. 5. Keep a simple English journal.
Consistency with those, even just a little each day, really adds up. It compounds.
It definitely sounds like it. Now, let's be real. This isn't going to be smooth sailing for everyone, is it? People will hit bumps.
Oh, absolutely.
So what are the common challenges people face when they're actively trying to switch to thinking in English? And more importantly, how can they tackle them?
Good point. A really common, very natural challenge is just slipping back, automatically thinking in your native language first. It's such a deep habit.
So what do you do when that happens?
The main thing is patience. Be kind to yourself. Don't get frustrated. When you notice it, just gently nudge your thoughts back to English, even if it's just single words or short phrases at first.
So gentle redirection, not harsh correction.
Exactly. And remember that English to English dictionary, using that consistently really helps keep your brain operating within that English zone.
Okay. What's another frequent stumbling block?
Vocabulary gaps. Feeling stuck because you don't know the right word in English for what you want to think or say.
Yeah, that must be frustrating.
It can be. But the trick is, instead of stopping or immediately switching languages, try to describe the word or concept using simpler English you do know.
Circumlocution. Like if you can't think of refrigerator.
You could think, that cold box where I keep the food.
Okay, that's clever. It keeps you thinking in English and uses the vocabulary you already have. Smart. What's a third common challenge?
Losing motivation. Feeling like you're putting in the effort but not really seeing progress or not seeing it fast enough.
Yeah, the dreaded plateau.
Exactly. It can feel discouraging. The best defense against this is to actively track your progress somehow.
Ow.
Keep that journal we mentioned. Maybe make short voice recordings of yourself talking sometimes. Even just noticing how your self-talk feels in the mirror. Then look back after a few weeks or months.
So you have actual evidence of improvement.
Right, you can actually see or hear the difference, even if it doesn't feel dramatic day to day. And honestly, reminding yourself about patience and persistence is just vital.
It really is a marathon, not a sprint, isn't it? Learning a language, changing thinking habits. There'll be tough days, plateaus.
For sure.
But sticking with it, focusing on the progress you are making, not just perfection. That's the
Exactly right. Thinking in English is a skill, like playing the piano or learning to code. It takes time, it takes practice. And mistakes, they're not failures.
They're just part of learning.
Absolutely. They show you where you need to focus. They're opportunities, really.
Well, this has been incredibly useful, a real deep dive. It feels much clearer now that thinking in English isn't some magic trick. It's achievable.
Totally achievable with the right approach, the right strategies, and crucially consistent effort.
Yeah, start small, keep at it daily.
And don't let that fear of mistakes paralyze you. Just keep engaging, keep trying to think in English, even for short bursts. It will get easier, it will become more natural over time.
So to everyone listening, maybe take a second now. Think about all these ideas. What's just one technique from this deep dive that really clicks with you, that resonates? And how could you realistically start weaving that into your daily life, maybe even starting today?
Just pick one thing to start.
Yeah, give that some actual thought. That small step could be the beginning of a really big shift in how you experience and use English. We're genuinely excited for you, for your progress on this English journey.